How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking tri-tip. I have a beautiful tri-tip here from Porter Road. A little dry age on it. We're gonna be cooking it over charcoal. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna be using the Snake River Farms Santa Maria seasoning, which I think it's made for tri-tip. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So it took a couple weeks off from making videos just to kind of relax and do some hunting and enjoy life, but we're back at it now. I want to say thank you for helping me reach 100,000 subscribers. And without further ado, let's jump in and prep up this tri-tip. All right, and here is our tri-tip from Porter Road. You can see we have some nice marbling. I did go ahead and just trim down this fat cap on the other side. You know, fat is flavor, but this was a pretty thick fat cap. And for me, unless I'm cooking these like a brisket, which I don't recommend because I don't think they're that great cooked that way, I want all of that nice crust on here. So just gonna come in with the Santa Maria rub, give it a nice healthy coating. And this rub smells fantastic. There's a lot of nice herbs in there that I can see. I'm gonna flip it over, repeat the process on the other side. And then I'm just gonna get our edges by using what's left on the board. All right, and there you can see our tri-tip is nice and seasoned up with the Santa Maria rub from Snake River Farms. I'm just gonna let this sit out, soak in the seasoning a little bit. We'll get outside, get the Weber kettle fired up. Gonna go for a reverse sear on this thing. It is going to be amazing. All right, so here is the setup that we're running today. This is the Weber 26-inch kettle, and I have some Blues Hog lump charcoal over here. I have my fire starter there. I got a couple small chunks of pecan just because it is a smaller tri-tip and I don't want to oversaturate it with smoke, so that's gonna be plenty. I have my drip tray here. So all I'm gonna do is get this fire cup started here. So I have that fire cup going. All I'm gonna do, put a little piece of charcoal over it, like so. Just kind of build it up around it so it'll start and get this charcoal going. I'm gonna give it about 10-15 minutes to get a good base established, and we'll get the tri-tip on. We're just gonna let it smoke. I'm really not too concerned about the temperatures. We're gonna be monitoring it with a thermometer, but I'm gonna try and aim for, I don't know, 275, 300 in this cooker, and just let it slowly come up to temp before we sear it off. So I'm gonna give this 10-15 minutes, get a cold bed established, get my wood on, get the tri-tip on. It's gonna be great. Sitting at about 24 degrees here in Minnesota today. Supposed to get up in the mid 40s this week, so winter is not quite here yet, but it's a perfect day for cooking on the grill. So I'll bring you guys back when it's time to get the tri-tip on. All right, so it has been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get this grate on here, like so. And I'm not gonna put my wood on yet because I don't want it to burn up before we get the tri-tip on. So like I said, grate on. All right, so I'm gonna get this lid on here. You can see I have my vent over where the meat's going to go, which means this thermometer over here, not gonna be the most accurate because it is over the hot coals. It's a weird design flaw I don't like with the Weber kettle. I know the S&S has it otherwise. So I have this vent wide open. I have the bottom vent wide open. I'm just gonna let this preheat for about 15 minutes. We'll get the tri-tip. We'll get the thermometer in it. We're gonna pay attention to the internal on it. I'm not very concerned with the external ambient temperature. Obviously we don't have 500 degrees, but I'm shooting for that 275, 350, whatever. I'm not too concerned in there. So I'm gonna let this warm up for 10-15 minutes, get the tri-tip ready, get the thermometer in, and we'll get to cooking. So we will see you guys in about 10-15 minutes. All right, so the thermometer we're gonna be using today is the Temp Spike Plus, similar to some other products that are out there. A little bit smaller profile on this one, which I really like. You can see it's not very big. It's not as thick as some of the others. And I like that because this tri-tip, like I said, is pretty thin. But all we're gonna do is, I'm concerned about this area right here. This is the thickest part. I go dead center, get that in. That will measure our ambient and our internal. Make sure we don't overcook anything. So I'm just gonna let this chill till the grill is preheated. We'll get this on. It's gonna be delicious. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, I'm going to get the lid off here. You can see we have a good fire going. I'm going to set the tri-tip as far away from those coals as possible, which is why I like this 26-inch kettle. That way it's not just getting pounded with heat. Kind of plump it up a little bit here so we can get some nice thick slices, like so. And then I'm going to go on with my wood chunks. I'm gonna put one in there and one right here. Get that closed up. All right, so now I'm gonna get the lid on. And we are just gonna let this tri-tip smoke until it reaches 120 degrees internally. Pull it off, let those coals get nice and hot, sear it off. We'll see you then. I'll let you know how long it's been. All right, so just a minute ago, the alarm went off. We're sitting at 122 degrees internal and 261 ambient. So now I'm gonna get this off and get the coals hot, and we're gonna sear it off. And now we're gonna get that right on there and just let this thing sear off. I'm gonna flip it every minute until we have the crust we want, and this thing's gonna be done, baby. All right, and there we go. That is looking good to me. Nice crust on there. Little char, that's gonna be fantastic. I'm guessing that little bit of char is from the rub. There might have been some sugar in there, but hey, I've never turned down a little char. So I'm gonna get this inside, let it rest. We'll slice into it, see how it does. All right, so here is our tri-tip. I've gone ahead and let it rest. You can see a lot of juice coming out of there. I did mix up a little bit of chimichurri right here. And for that, I just use this dry rub mix. And this stuff, when you don't feel like cutting up a bunch of fresh herbs, this is absolutely fantastic for a quick little chimichurri. You just add some oil, some red wine vinegar, some lemon juice, a little salt, whatever you want to add to it to pump it up a bit. But yeah, very, very good stuff. So we're gonna slice it down the middle here and see how we did. Nice and pink, looking very good. That Temp Spike Plus did its job. Perfect. I'm gonna get a few slices here. And now we are cutting across the grain. Oh yeah. Very juicy. It's slicing nice, it's tender. Look at that juice on the board. Oh yeah. And that is perfectly cooked tri-tip in my opinion. Finish slicing this up here. You can see, absolutely beautiful. Smells very nice and beefy. Yeah, perfect cook on here. The end pieces are a little bit more done, which is expected. It's a little bit smaller of a piece, but people who like stuff a little more well done can have that. But for me, I'm all about this medium rare right here. That's what's up. So let's jump out and let's do a taste test. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna try out this tri-tip from Porter Road, cooked with the ThermoPro Temp Spike Plus, and it did a fantastic job. If you're interested in picking up one of those Temp Spike Pluses, I'll have a link down below. Save you 30% off right now till I believe November 26th. So like 75 bucks from Amazon, you can get yourself one. Clearly works fantastic. So cheers, let's give this a try. That is fantastic. That Santa Maria rub, perfect with this. So beefy, tender, delicious. Now, I'm gonna try a little bit with this chimichurri because I feel like tri-tip and chimi go hand in hand. Let's do this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Chimichurri on grilled meats is amazing. Just brings a little bit of freshness and acidity to the meat. Helps cut down on that fattiness, which is delicious regardless. Either way, you're gonna like this. And this little dry rub here, if you're in a pinch, I'll have a link down below for this too. Check it out, absolutely amazing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.